Welcome back to Green and Wild. Today I'm in Thames again to show you Jonathan and Eleanor's garden, a very local beekeeper and school teacher. What I like about their gardens is how they garden mix well with the outdoor, indoor living area, making it very welcoming and a great space for entertaining, which is one of their many skills. Let's take a tour together and hear the story behind this beautiful garden.
Hi, I'm Eleanor and welcome to our garden. We bought our property about 20 years ago when we had 3 boys and had more room for them to run around and play football and climb trees and play in the creek. I've always liked gardening. Even as a university student, my friend and I grew some vegetables in our backyard in our flat there, but since we've had this property, it's changed more to like flowers as well as veggies and trees, and having our food garden here in town. In the garden with lots of trees, we've had a few big storms that have dramatically changed the whole way that the garden is, because the trees have fallen down, or major branches, and also it's quite an old garden. So like for example the big old apricot tree, it's coming to the end of its life, so we're maintaining that. Also in the garden I have put in cuttings and things from my grandmother and my mother. They were really good, keen gardeners, and of course they grew all their own vegetables back in the day. So it's quite nice to still carry on that heritage of their lovely plants in my garden. I work full-time as a primary school teacher and also in our beekeeping business, doing all the administration. And so the garden is a lovely place for mindfulness. And it also connects me with my friends, because we're always trading seedlings and cuttings and just, enjoying our environment. Since we've been here, we've really enjoyed our life out on our deck, looking out to, the beautiful trees and the birds and, beautiful clouds as well. And having that indoor-outdoor flow from our dining room, kitchen, our lounge area has been great. And so we've just completed our new terrace, upgraded our deck, and it's a really lovely space to entertain in and just to be. With the garden, with like our indoor-outdoor flow, I'm also trying to make different areas for different kinds of plants. So the front of the deck area, I would like it to be tropical, just all foliage rather than have flowers. So at the moment it's quite cute, because we make all our own compost. We compost all our green waste, and using that compost, my tropical garden is now my taro and tomato plant tropical garden, because they've all just sprouted up out of the compost, which is kind of cute, kind of like it. So once they've finished fruiting, we'll then put palm trees in just to give an edge to the new terrace area. This wall here, we often have woofers come and stay with us and help us with our beekeeping. So this wall here was made by an English couple who were here, so that was lovely, and a French man as well. He helped construct that after we'd changed and made our deck. And I still have like some plants that I keep in pots, so the bananas will be planted down the base there once I get this all established. When the boys were here, the garden had to change, especially down in the lawn area, because they're always playing football down there, or rugby, and we even for a while had a half-pipe skateboard ramp in our backyard. But a memory that I have is coming home one day and two of my small boys were covered in mud and had the hose going, and they decided to dig me a swimming pool in the middle of the backyard. So that was quite interesting. We're so fortunate to be able to we've got our own creek that winds around the edge of the property. So from here, yeah, we've got a nice little vista down to our creek with all our lovely birds. During COVID, with Jonathan and I both here, he does all the hard yards. I'm just the bossy one that says, oh, can you do this for me? Can you do that? We made what Jonathan calls the Great Wall of COVID. So we extended the vegetable garden, and because he had time to do that for us. And yeah, a lot at that time, it was great having our own food source and also having a lot of fruit trees. So incorporated into my flower garden, I actually have vegetables and herbs and have fruit trees scattered around our section as well. So what I do is I leave a lot of things if they've gone to seed, and then the seedlings just regrow, so that way I don't have to go and buy new seedlings and stuff. For example, the rocket there is busy doing its thing. It's been so super hot that the lettuces are all a bit sad, but never mind. So in our little food garden here, we have like passion fruit, and at the back we've also got boysenberries, and we've got our tomatoes and cucumbers and some unidentifiable pumpkin thing, can't remember what it's called, as well as lots of herbs. Yeah, we've got like basil and coriander and lemongrass and Vietnamese mint. I think gardening might be in my DNA, with all my grandmothers, my mum, my aunties and uncles all loving gardening. But this is a William Lobb rose, named after an ancestor who collected specimens from especially around North America and South America for Kew Gardens. So before my grandmother passed, she said, make sure you have a William Lobb rose growing in your garden. So I do. And I also have other plants in the garden that have been bought from South America into Kew Gardens. So I have that Escallonia growing there as well, which is attributed to William Lobb, some ancestor back in the day. So what I do is you're not helping. So what do you want me to do now?